Sometimes in business, you have to manage high-stress situations and still perform well. This was a day that I had to overcome overwhelm while working on set with a hungry baby and a pressing deadline for another client. So first, I just want to say we absolutely love working with Certified Pies. Shout out to the owners, Craig and Samantha Stewart. We've worked with them before when they had their first location. They are the first and I believe only Black-owned pizzeria in Arkansas. This was a stressful day, however, because we had pushed this shoot back several times, and on top of that, we had also pitched to another client that continuously postponed their approval of our proposal. To add to this pressure, my husband, who is the co-owner of our marketing and production company, was being featured in this video. He is a hip-hop lyricist and musician, and he was commissioned to make the jingle for Certified Pies. And if you know anything about being an artist or being with an artist, we are sensitive about our craft. So on top of the natural pressure to create the best possible video, there was also the incentive to make it even more special, as my husband was rightfully so wanting his music to be seen in the best possible light. So we got to work. Of course, there were a few setbacks, a few delays, and a few errors in communication. All of these things were being worked out, but I was just wanting things to go as smoothly as possible and feeling hyper nervous and critical of myself, being that I was the lead person for a lot of these shots. Eventually, however, my husband did take over, and then I had to watch my son while my husband was getting the footage in the back and reluctant to leave his dada. While Ty was getting the footage in the back in the kitchen, I was straightening up the lobby as we had kind of made a mess rearranging the space for filming. This is when I was reminded of the deadline I had to create a few flyers for our client. I was doing this with the deadline of 7 p.m. and this was in the late afternoon, probably around like 4 or 5. We still had a lot more shooting to go as we were trying to highlight the various options on their menu. You can see here Ty was getting drone footage, and of course I had to document that. I mean, not really, but of course I wanted to document that. Then I also wanted to try this new concept with lights. I think they're called like pavo tubes, but of course I probably should have planned that a little bit better. In this season, I'm interested in pushing our creativity. Sometimes working in commercial videography, our videos can be a little predictable. I was super proud of myself, however, for preparing to bring extra batteries because I knew this shoot would be a very long one, and it definitely was. Now, of course, the idea with the creative lights did not go as planned, and I felt additional pressure because as these are very busy business owners, their pizza joint is booming. I felt like they were getting kind of antsy with the time it was taking to set up and move things around, which did not make me feel very professional. So that was definitely a learning lesson for me, and it wasn't fun to see an idea I wanted to execute did not go as planned. But you know, we have to roll with the punches. I had to make sure we did as much as we could before my deadline of 7 p.m. was met. So then it was time to record the final scene of this music video. Again, trying not to be in the customers and employees' way. It was just kind of a hectic thing. I think under better circumstances, we probably could have produced an even better video, but thankfully, Certified Pies was extremely satisfied with the product that we delivered, and they were even kind enough to give us some of their amazing, delicious food. You gotta try it when you're in Little Rock. This was perfect because our baby boy was fed up, and I met the deadline of 7 p.m. with 8 minutes to spare while using my hotspot to send it through email. Talk about a stressful day.